Hello, guys. Good morning. Welcome to our morning live trading session. So, as usual, we're going to be analyzing the market together and possibly looking for trade opportunity. Okay. And I also have my co-host here with me again this morning. I have Biodun here with me. Biodun, please say hi to our viewers.
Hello, good morning. I'm happy to be here today. As usual, we already know the flow for those who are already part of us. And for those who are joining newly, please take note. If you have any question whatsoever, please try as much as possible to drop it in the chat room so that uh, I can call it out for Mr. Leo. And if you also have suggestion on the kind of trade you would like Leo to analyze, or if there's any trade you've been looking out for, or is a particular pair that particular pair is for you, and that is what you trade on, you can always just drop it in the chat room so that Leo can also help you analyze it. And don't forget, as usual, to join the Premium Signal group, a minimum of $10 will get you in for 2 weeks. If you make a deposit of $10, you'll be on our Premium Signal group for that 2 weeks. And if you make a deposit of $15, it takes you in for a month. You'll be in our Premium Signal group for 1 month. And if you deposit $200 or higher, you have one-on-one live session with Mr. Leo. You can chat with him on WhatsApp. You can chat with him on Telegram. Yeah, you can ask him any question anytime within this 1 month, and you have 1 hour live session with him as well. So you can actually deposit any amount as far as it's not less than $10. Now, if you are making this deposit must be made within the app. It must be made within the live stream rather within the live stream. Inside this live stream that you are reading now, you will see deposit with benefit at the top. And while the training is going on, I'm also dropping a deposit button. So you can use any of the two to make your deposit. If you make deposit outside this live stream, we will count it as a regular deposit and we won't be able to add you to the live stream. The condition to join the live stream, we won't be able to add you to the premium signal group. The condition to join that signal group is for you to make that deposit within the live stream. I hope you all understand. If you have any question regarding this, how to join the Premium Signal group, please kindly drop it in the chat room. Any question that comes to your mind, just drop it. Either I or Mr. Leo will be here to answer them all. Enjoy your live stream, guys.
Thank you very much, Biodun. So, guys, as usual, let's get on it. So, I have few analysis made already. Okay, though I wanted to give this to my premium members. Okay, I want them to enjoy this. Okay, so I have few analysis. You see, I made this analysis early this week, and I didn't know when this market got triggered. So see, this is where my TP was supposed to be, and you see how the market came to hit the TP. So my next entry now is around this area. So I'm just waiting for the market to get to this area, and then see if I can get an entry. Yeah, but liquidity hasn't been taken out. So the market sometimes would want to, take out liquidity before coming down. So if that happens also, it's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Because we have a lot of liquidity around this area. So the market maker, they know everybody is going to be waiting around this area, around this zone. That when this market get to anywhere around this area, they are going to start buying. That they are going to start selling rather. Yeah. So they might want to take liquidity here. So immediately the market gets to this area, you see just see a candle or maybe a wick coming to this above this zone before the market continue to move to the downside. Yeah. But let's just wait for the market. Let's see what happens here. So whatever happened here, then we make our decision, right? All we want to see is a confirmation for a sell trade, not buy. Okay. So that is AUDCHF. So here we have AUDJPY, and you see I already have my analysis in place, right? I want this market to get here. I want to see what will happen when the market gets into this my golden zone area. Okay, my Fibonacci golden zone area. So the market has given us, you see, this movement. You see, let's go to the daily time frame. I want to show you guys something. So you see, this market made a move from this point, because here we have this other block. All right. So you see how the market moved from the other block. After tagging into the other block, the market moved down. Right. Then we have this area coming to this other block also. You see? Let's mark that out. So I want to show you how I did my top-down analysis, and how I was able to get this movement. So it also took liquidity when it took this out. So that means every seller here got wiped. Okay, every seller here got wiped. So the market actually came to mitigate the fair value gap that is here. So let me mark out the fair value gap around that area. So let's zoom in. Let's zoom out rather. Okay. Okay, so I think the fair value gap is on the 4-hour time frame. Let's go to 4-hour time frame. Yes. So we have a fair value gap on the 4-hour time frame. This is the fair value gap. And the market went there, took liquidity, and reversed from that fair value gap. Okay. So you see the market reversed here. Where is that? Okay, let me zoom in. Okay, so this is it. You see, the market reversed from here. Now we have, so the market made this move, giving us a liquidity and change of character around here. So this is a confirmation that the market will continue to go down after getting this. All right. So I could have taken an entry from here, because the market changed character, came back into this other block. Okay. So we have another block here that created this fair value gap. So the market came back into the other block. You see how the market went down after coming into the other block. So here we also have this movement. We have this movement, and we have a liquidity purge. Okay, we have a liquidity purge after this market came down to this area. You see, we have liquidity taken out here. So this is very good. Okay, it's very good for our trade. So we have a liquidity taken out there. So let's go now. Let's go to 2 hours. We have liquidity on the 4-hour, and now on the 2-hour time frame, we have this change of character. After liquidity was purged, we have change of character here. We have this liquidity change of character, and the market is making a move to this area again now. So let's just wait for the market to get there. Okay, let's wait for the market to get there, and then let's see what is going to happen after the market goes inside this area, my area of my golden zone area, right? My Fibonacci golden zone area. If that doesn't hold, then the market will probably come to this area. You see, in forex trading, you need multiple confirmations, or rather, you need to stretch out, possibilities. All right, you need to stretch out possibilities of, okay, what if this doesn't happen? Um, what do I do next? All right, so let's use our Fibonacci. I use the Fibonacci here, and that's how I was able to get this move. Okay, so now let me use this Fibo level from here to this area. And you see, the market has been moving from that Fibonacci, okay? And that is how I was able to get this move, okay? You see, the market came down, but the market still hasn't come down to this level. So if this is going to come back to this area, then this will be our next day profit, while this area will be our stop loss, yeah? So if this market goes above this level, if it goes above this level, then the market will then come here. All right. The market will come here. And let me tell you the reason why I think this market will come here if it breaks out. That is if it breaks out. The reason is because we have the fair value gap from this area to this area has already been mitigated. All right. But we still have the other block unmitigated. So if it comes to this level, it's not going to come into this fair value gap anymore. It's going to go above the fair value gap, using the fair value gap as an inducement. Okay. So it's going to go above it, and then we can then use this area as our stop loss, the area of then the lower as our take profit. And this is about 8 risk to reward ratio, yeah? So 8 risk to reward ratio means 8 times of whatever you place on the trade, okay? So if you use $1, you make $8. If you use $10, you make $80. Yeah, that's just it. So these are the two scenarios that could play out, and that is why you see this is why forex is not a gambling business. All right. So it's a kind of business, though you have to speculate before you know which I mean, is there any business that is 100%? No. So on every business, you have to take risk. Okay. So even though you take a risk here and it doesn't play out, you can take another risk here, which will definitely play out. The most important thing is your money management, your risk management. Okay. It just depends on how much you risk. Okay. So if you are the kind of trader that risk wisely, then you are definitely going to make money. All right. So not that you have $15 and then you'll be affording $15, then you lose maybe up to $5 in just a trade. Okay, so if you lose $5 in just a trade, how much are you going to lose on the other? If you have any other loss, okay. So if you lose $5 um, in a $15 account, then the next trade you'll be praying, God, please let this trade come my way. Oh. I don't want to lose the second trade. If not, the money is gone, isn't it? So, but if you are applying risk management and money management, then you don't have to worry about all of these things. All right. So, if you take a trade and you lose $2, fine. Out of $15, you still have $13. Yeah. So your next trade, even though you still lose the second trade, I don't think I can't lose me myself. I don't think I can lose 3 trades in a row. Okay. So if you don't lose 3 trades in a row, even if you lose 3 trades in a row, you still have a capital to hold another one, which will definitely go into profit. Yeah. And if your profit margin is very good, if your risk, if your reward ratio is very good, then you can make up for all the losses that you've encountered previously. All right. So, guys, please let's always maintain risk management and money management. And the best way to maintain this is always use small lot size. Okay, I always say this: use small lot size. Okay, use 0.01. Yeah, dollar is very high right now. Even if you use 0.01, you still make good amount of money. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so right now we have AUD, NZD on our zone. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. Guys, sell AUD, NZD. Okay, AUD, NZD, sell. Sell now. I'm happy I saw this earlier. AUD, NZD, sell now. All right. Let me zoom on that. You see, I got a small rejection there, and that is why I'm selling. I got a small rejection here, and I've already marked out this area that the market was going to reverse from there. You see, the market is there currently, and it's reversing. So, and we have a good to reward ratio, a good risk to reward ratio. So this is about 3. You see, so if you are selling from here right now, you see, this is 3 to 1. So whatever you are risking now, you are going to make 3 times of it. All right. So if you risk $2, that means you are going to make $6. Yeah. So take this trade, AUDNZD, sell. All right. Then let me just write out the stop loss and the take profit. Okay. So we have TP. SL. So if you've placed this trade, enter this take profit and this stop loss. Okay, enter the take profit and the stop loss on the trade. So this is an intraday signal, all right? It will take some time before the market play out. Okay, though it's already playing out, but it will still take some times. We might have little drawdown, so don't be scared. All right, we have our stop loss here, we have our take profit here. Yeah. So I've already made analysis on this trade. You see, we have this change of character. We have this liquidity purge. The market came back down, went from this area, and the market purged the area. Okay. So this market is going to come down. Trust me. So I want to believe we've all set our take profit and our stop loss. Okay. So I'm giving you guys 1 more minute to set this so that we can go to another market and analyze. Yeah. If you are just joining us, the trade is still valid. You can take a sell trade on AUDNZD. You can still take it. Yeah. Sell opportunity on AUDNZD. You can still sell this market. So this is our take profit and this is our stop loss. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. Yeah. So let's go to AUD USD. Let's see what's going on AUD USD.
Hello,
Okay, I think I've already. Yes, Biodun.
yeah, I think we have a question.
Okay.
Now, somebody is asking what time frame is that?
Okay, the time frame I on the previous trade.
AUDNZD.
Okay, this is 1 hour time frame. All right, 1 hour time frame. So this
Okay.
analysis was done on the 1 hour and the trade was taken on the 1 hour.
Then another person is asking a question. Buying
Okay.
or selling, which one is more profitable?
Buying or selling, which one is more profitable?
Yeah,
The
Wilson.
forex. Okay,
On
Wilson,
Wilson.
the forex market is comprises of buying and selling. Okay, so it depends on your analysis. So your analysis will give you the profitable one. You can make money from selling. You can make money from buying. Okay, so there's no really like a particular one that gives you more profit. They are the same thing. It just depends on the analysis you make. So if you make a good analysis on the selling signal, you are going to make money selling. If you make a good analysis on buying trade, it's going to give you a good profit. That's just it. Biodun, do you have any more questions?
Yes, one last question.
Okay.
This one is from Abdul
Okay.
Wasi. He said,
Okay.
but the way you are explaining it is not clear to me at all. I'm new
Okay.
at this trading. Can you please explain it to me more? Thanks.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, and thanks for joining us. So if you want to get a better explanation on this, I will advise you to fund your account with at least $200. All right. So that way, you get a chance to speak to me one on one. All right. So this session is for analysis and placing trade. All right. So what I'm doing here is analysis. I'm just analyzing the market for us to get a setup. All right. But if you want to learn forex, if you want to learn from me, fund your account with at least $200. All right. And if you're just joining us, I'm guessing you are not on our premium group. All right. We have a premium group where I drop signals every day. So if you don't know how to trade, if you don't know how to analyze the forex market, come and join our premium group. So that way you don't have to do anything. Okay. Anytime I drop any update, just follow the instruction I give and place your trade. So we have three packages. We have the $15, we have the $10, we have the $15, and we have the $200. Now, if you fund your account with $10 on this live stream, if you fund your account with $10, you get to stay in my premium group for just 2 weeks. That's 14 days. If you fund your account with $15, then you get to stay in my group for 30 days. That's 1 month. Then if you fund your account with $200, you get to stay in my group for 1 month, get free signals, and also get access to me. Okay, a 1 hour live session. All right. So that way I can teach you whatever it is that you want to understand in the forex market. Okay. And remember, to get all these benefits, you have to fund on this live stream. All right. So you see a banner where deposit with benefit is written on. Just click on that deposit with benefit banner. All right. It will take you to where you can fund the account. So fund at least 10, 15, or $200. All right. All right, Biodun, do we have any other one?
No,
Okay,
that's all for me.
all right, thank you. All right, so guys, let's continue, yeah. So we are selling AUD NZD, okay, and we have our take profit and our stop loss. All right. So in case you're just taking this trade, I'm still going to leave this here. Yes, the entry is still valid if you still want to take it. It's still valid, yes. The market is still within the area where it's an intraday trade. So the market is still inside the zone, okay? And the reason why I took this trade is because I already have my analysis made earlier, and the market gave me a rejection on the 1 hour time frame. Let me zoom on that so that you can see the rejection, okay? Let me move this. You see, I got a rejection here. You see this rejection? Yes, this is a proper rejection. So I got a rejection on my other block. Okay, so that's a confirmation that the market is going to go down for a while. That is why we are selling. So if you want to take this trade, the entry is still valid. It's an intraday trade, so it's going to run for some times. All right. So let's go to AUD USD. So AUD USD is currently also running. So we have liquidity on that. Let me show you guys something. So I've already made this analysis. We have this area, okay, where the market has reversed from before, and the market gave us this fair value gap. Okay. So if you don't understand what fair value gap is basically a gap that was left when a movement was made in the market. Okay. So let me give you example of a balanced market. We have two type of market. Okay, we have imbalance and we have the balanced market. Okay, so imbalance is also called inefficient. All right. So this is an inefficient market. You see, we have a very long candle, and this candle left this huge gap between this candle and this candle. So from this candle to this other candle, okay, there's a huge gap on this candle. Okay, so if you look at this, you see how this candle balanced. Yeah, you see the market was going. We have a candle that came back to retest this area, closing this gap. Okay, closing a gap around here. Let me just mark that out. You see, this gap was closed. So we had a previous small gap there, and the gap got closed. You see, we got a gap close here. The market continued to trend to the upside. We also have a gap here, and this market came back to close it. Yeah. So this market is efficient. Okay. This is an efficient market. So anywhere we have imbalance, the market will always come to close the imbalance. Look at this area. We have this little imbalance here. From this candle to this next candle, we have this small imbalance. We have this gap. And what happened? You see how this market came to close it here. Okay, gave us this small move even before it made this move, this big move. But at least it came, close this gap before it made this move. Okay, so right here we have this gap, this huge gap from this candle to this next candle. We have this huge gap. So this market is coming here to close this gap and go down. Trust me. Yeah. So this is how I was able to get this analysis. All right. That is how I was able to get this analysis. So if you want to learn more about this, go and fund the account with at least $200, and let's chat. Yeah. So let's continue. Let's go on. Let's look for another market to make analysis on. So this market has been ranging for quite some times. Okay, has been ranging for quite a while. The market has been going down from this area to this area and hasn't been able to break it. So we have this other block, and the market has been respecting the other block. Yes. So the market was respecting the other block, and you see how the market has been going from this same area, going up and down. Okay. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Let's go to 30 minutes. I want to refine the other block. I think it's too wide. Okay, so here I can refine it to this area. Yeah, I like this better. This is much more better. Okay, so you see we have this movement inside the other block. The market has, every time the market goes into the other block, the market will go back down. So that area is a sideway market area. Okay, the market has been going sideways on a straight line, on a straight support and resistance. So the best thing to look out for here is to wait for this market to break out. Okay, this can actually be scalped on the lower time frame, but you have to be careful on. You have to be careful with a consolidating market. Okay, consolidating markets are always dangerous, and the reason why they are dangerous is because the very moment you think the market will continue to go down, that is when the market will decide to break to the upside, okay, or break to the downside. So you want to be very careful when you are placing a trade on a consolidating market. It's very important to be very, 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 very careful. Yeah. So we have these gaps, and I think this market is going to come back to fill these gaps. So we have this area, we have a liquidity here. We have these areas. We have this. So in case you don't understand what liquidity is, liquidity means trap. Yeah. Okay. Liquidity means money. Liquidity grab means trap. Okay. Liquidity means money. Liquidity grab means trap. So what I mean by trap is when we say a market took liquidity, it means market took money. All right. So where we have liquidity, we have money around such area. And how do we have money? Because everybody is taking, um, you know, everybody is opening position on areas where they believe the market is going to buy from. So take for example, look at this area right now. We have this zone, and the market has been buying from this zone. Okay, like almost look at this. The market has been buying from this same zone for so long. So every time the market comes to this area, you see, when the market comes to this area, they believe the market is going to buy. So people has been traders has been buying from this area so much. Okay, they bought. When it get to this area, they sold. So we have so many liquidity. All right, we have so many people buying and selling around this area. So we have liquidities here, and every time the market comes here, the market would buy. Anytime the market gets to this resistance, the market will sell. So right now we have a lot of people that are selling right now, okay, because they believe this market will continue to come down, and they will probably have their take profit here and their stop loss around this area, okay. But if this market goes up to take all of them out and come back into this area, then that is liquidity grab. Okay, that means this area was a trap for them. Okay, they want people to sell from this area, and immediately they start selling, the market just go up, take them out, and then continue to go that same area again. Okay, so that is what we mean by liquidity. That's liquidity grab. Okay, you can call it liquidity grab, liquidity void. Okay, so we have so many gaps here that I think the market would come to respect. But we are going to target this area. Okay, we don't want to be too greedy. Yeah, we don't want to be too greedy. So we have a fair value gap around this area. Let's target this. Right, let's target that area. Let's see if this market will come back into the area, respect the other block, and trade to the downside. So if this market is going to trade to the downside, we are going to follow it to the downside. Okay, at least to this level, right? At least to this level. For me, I believe this market will come to this area. Okay, so we have a breaker block here. Then we have this other block. Then we have this fair value gap. So I think this market will come to either this fair value gap. We have double fair value gap here. So the market most time respect this kind of thing. See, we have this area here. So that is why I didn't have my take profit on that area. So I want the market to take profit from here. Okay. So you see the market is already making a move to the downside. But for us to take this entry, I want this market to come back here. Because if we took our entry from here now, you see our stop loss will still be here. What if the market goes against us? Yes, you need to think about those possibilities. All right, don't just look at the winning side alone. Don't just think of yes, what if I win? What if I win? Think of what if you lose to, or what if you lose also. That is how to become a good forex trader. Okay, because that way you always remember to apply good risk management and good money management. But if you consider only the winning part, and then if unfortunately you lose a trade, then that is going to get it's going to hit you hard. Okay, it's going to get to you where it's not supposed to. You understand? So um, you have to be careful when placing a trade, right? So just think about both sides. What if I win? What if I lose? Yeah. So CADCHF, and this is what is currently happening inside CADCHF. So we have this, and this is the movement that created this. Yeah. So sorry. So we have this tiny.
Emilio,
Yes.
I don't know if you are there yet, but somebody is asking a question.
Okay.
Can you explain to us about trading sessions? Like people
Okay.
said, it's London session that is more good for trading.
Okay. Yes, we have different sessions in forex trading. Okay. We have the three popular ones. Okay. We have London session, we have New York session, we have the Tokyo session. Okay, the Asian session. But the only session that I can trade is the um Asian session. Okay, London session and the New York session, they are good session to trade. Don't allow anybody deceive you. Okay, right now we are in the London session. Okay, we are trading the London session right now. I'm telling you. All right. I have an indicator that gives me a session, but I've deleted that because I don't really need it anymore. I can just tell by the time. So London session will end by 11. Yes. So New York session will start by I think 2 p.m. Yeah. So these are sessions when you can trade, and whenever you take a trade from the London session, your market will always go smoothly. All right. So you see, this is session, and that is why this market. This is okay. So this is the 5 minute time frame. So this is when the New York. What time is this? This is when the London session started, and that is why this market moved to this area. This is the 50. This is the 5 minute time frame. Okay, we are still on the London session. That is the fact. Okay, but when we have look at these areas, here we have the Asian session. That is why you see the market moving this way. Okay, on the Asian session, the market will always move sideways. Okay, so that is why most traders, you see, they will mark out this Asian session this way, and they will be looking for market taking it out. Okay, market taking out Asian session. All right. So when Asian session gets taken out, then that is when they look for opportunity. You see. So please don't allow anybody deceive you that you can't, trade on a particular session. In fact, I make analysis without, having to bother about session or no session. Okay, as far as you are good with analysis and you know how to read the market fundamentally, I don't think there should be problem taking any trade on any time frame. Okay, yeah, we have traders that respect the sessions because they believe if they take trade within that session, the market would move smoothly. Okay, without them having to worry about let me go and check the market has went up again. The market is consolidating and stuff like that. Yeah, and it works. Trust me, it works because that is the time where liquidities are being given. That is when the market makers, they are looking for liquidity in the market. They are looking for liquidity getting take out. You understand? And the market will move fastly from those that particular time zones. Okay. So on London session, the GBP pairs will always move faster. Okay, and the New York session, the USD pairs would move faster. All right.
Hello, Leo.
So right now we are on. Okay. Yes, Biodun.
Yeah, somebody is asking, yeah, Khan is asking, when is the starting time for London session and New York session?
Okay. So London session starts
You said
around.
on the end times, yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So London session in Nigeria, London session starts around 9 a.m. Okay, so it starts around 9 a.m. I think the overall ending time is 5 p.m. Okay, but in within those times before 5 p.m., I think they have 3 sections in between. Yeah, but it starts majorly with because we use London session in Nigeria also. Okay, as a trader, I personally I trade under the London session. So I start trading when it is 9. I start making my analysis, and then the London session will end when it is 5. Okay, then the New York session starts around 2 p.m. All right, 2 p.m. noon, and ends around 6 p.m. Okay, so the New York session is shorter. All right, so that is why you always see the US news. Okay, they always happen within the range of 1:30, 2:30. Okay, I don't know if you notice, if you know how to analyze your market fundamentally, if you know where to check your news. Okay, if you understand what I'm saying, then you always see this news happening around these times. That is because that is when the market will start moving. All right, that is when people start looking for liquidities in the market. Okay, so guys, that is it. Okay, Bjorn, do we have any more question?
Yes, one last one.
Okay.
This is from Coney.
Okay.
Sir, please, can you still do a recap on the fair value gap, please, for more clarity?
Okay. Don't worry. I'm going to do a recap on the fair value gap. But as I've said, if you want to get, a better understanding, you need to fund your account. Okay, with at least $200. But no worries. Yes, I'm gonna do that before the end of this session. Yeah, I'm gonna do that before the end of this session. Just give me a second. I'm gonna do that. Okay. So um, let's delete this. So a fair value gap is basically a gap that was left, okay, when market moved. All right. So every time market moves, they always leave this gap, okay, and the market makers always come back to fill these gaps, okay. So if you look at this market right now, you see it looks kind of very rough, yeah. That is because when the market was very efficient, okay, it was going up, closing gaps, going up, closing, coming back to close gaps, going up, coming back to close gaps. All right. So an inefficient market will leave a huge gap. So what we mean by this gap is, let me show you what a gap looks like. So look at this market, look at this area. Okay, we have this long candle. Okay, so you see how how the candle shoots, and then we have this is what we call a gap. From this candle, from the close of this candle, okay, in bullish market, the bullish would open from below and close above, while bearish will open from above and closes below. All right, so this is the close of this candle, and then the next candle opened from here. Okay, so when this candle opened, you see it left this gap. Okay, it left this gap before this next candle was created. Okay, after the close of this candle around this area, the next candle was opened. Okay, but when the market came down, it failed to close this other gap around this area. So this is what we call gap in forex trading. Okay, so we have our gap around here, we have this gap. All right, so that is how a gap looks like. So we have a gap from here to this area. I think I should mark that out instead. Okay, so we have this gap. All right, so this is how a gap looks like. You see, the market are not connected, so they left this huge gap and the market went up. Okay, but look at this movement compared to this. Okay, look at this movement compared to this. You see, every candle here is efficient. All right, every candle here, there's no gap. The market, you see how the market is closing. You see, they always tally with the other move. You see, so let's mark this out and see how this candle is efficient. You see, it's efficient. Okay, there's no gap here. So the market just went smoothly and then started making a move to the downside. So now, anytime the market comes back into areas like this, the market will always respect the area. Yeah. So that is why you see this market came here and is respecting it right now. Okay. You see, this market is within this gap. Let me mark that out for you to see. You see, it's within this gap. And that is why when the market came into the gap, immediately it sucked up. All right. So every time the market will come into this gap, it will always respect it. All right. So let's look for another gap. Let's look for another gap. We have another gap here. Okay. We have a little gap here because this market made this move. Okay. Leaving this small gap here. So this gap is a unique way of trading. Yeah. Only ICT traders understand this. Okay. Fair value. smart money traders understand this, okay, and this is the ICT way of trading. But the retail traders, that is the price action, the normal price action traders, they don't care about all of this gap. Okay, that is why sometimes you take a trade when the market is supposed to, start going up, the market will just come down, maybe a little bit. Okay, and you don't understand why the market came down. It came down because there's a gap there, and the market came to fill that gap. All right, it will take you out of the market, and then the market will just continue to go, your way. And then maybe after that, you are already out of the market because the market took you out. Okay, the market went to your stop loss, took you out, and then the market started, going your way later. So that happened because there's a fair value gap that the market came to mitigate. Okay, it came to close, came to fill. So whichever way you want to say it. So we have a gap here. So what I do when I was just starting out this SMC strategy is I mark all these whole areas out. Okay, anytime I have a major gap this way, I mark it out. And anytime the market go into the gap, the market will always react, and I'll always get an entry on the lower time frame. Yes, this is a secret I'm telling you guys. Yeah. So let's look for another gap. Let's look for another gap. The market will always go to fill a gap. So you see, we have this tiny gap here that was previously formed before this movement. Okay, when the market came this way, the market left this gap. So now let me show you how the market respected this gap. This is the 1 hour time frame. Yeah. So you see, this gap was created. You see, so there's a tiny gap here. There's a tiny gap from this candle to this candle. There's this tiny gap between them. Yeah. And see how the market respected the gap. Look at this. When the market came into the gap, what happened? The market reversed. I say, okay, the market came into this gap, the market reversed. Okay. Okay, even though it's a minor gap, but the market still respected it, went down a little bit even before breaking it. Okay, so they also serve as our point of interest, okay, like the support and the resistance. All right, so this is how to trade the gap, and this is how this is what the gaps looks like. All right, so whenever you open your chart, you want to mark out gaps and see how the market is going to react from gaps. We have little gap here. Okay, we have a gap here. Let's mark that out. Let's use the um, long line. So you see, we have this gap, then to this candle. Okay, let me move it here so that you see it. Okay, so you see, we have this tiny gap just from this candle to this candle. We have this tiny gap. Okay, they are not connected. So we have this tiny gap, and see how the market react. See how it reacted from the gap. You see, the market came down immediately. It touched the gap. The market started making a move to the downside. So, guys, this is how to trade the gap. The market will always respect the gaps. Okay. So look at this. We have inefficiency. We have a gap here, and see how the market respected the fair value gap. Look at this, guys. This is a unique way of trading. The market always respects the gap. Okay. We have this gap. All right. See how the market respected the gap here. Okay, see how the market respected the gap. You see, when this gap was left, the market came down to fill the gap. Okay, the market, this market, you see, it came down, retested this area to close this gap, and then the market continued to move to the upside. So even with this alone, you can always get an entry. I'm telling you, you always get an entry. All right. So if you have a gap this way, you can, just mark out the gap. The market will always come back to the gap, fill it up, and then the market will continue to move to the upside. If you took a trade from here, from this area, maybe you have a buy limit from here, and this move happened. This is 1 hour. Okay. To this area, this should be how many hours? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours. Guys, imagine holding a trade for 9 hours. Yeah. Imagine holding a profitable trade for 9 hours. Just imagine the amount of profit you must have made from this trade. Yeah. So this is the beauty of um, fair value gap trading. Yeah. So you can try that also. You can try it out. All right. Even though you don't know how to trade the SMC, you can always trade, because even the SMC itself is comprises of the fair value gap. The SMC itself has the fair value gap. Okay, they are the one that own the fair value gap. The strategy own the fair value gap. But if you don't know how to trade the whole SMC, you can trade just the fair value gap. Even though you know how to trade the whole SMC, you still need to know how to trade the fair value gap. You need to know how to trade the other block also. Okay. So they are the ones that make up the strategy. And this is the ICT strategy. This is how the ICT trade. Okay. So if you have any more question, you can ask. All right. But let's continue with our analysis. Let's continue with our analysis. Let's
Somebody is
see.
asking a question.
Okay.
I'm not sure I get the question too. When will be the USD JPY supply area? When will be the USD JPY supply area?
Okay.
Don't know if
USD
you get it.
JPY.
Supply
USD
area.
JPY.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think I got the question he's trying to ask. Um. Okay. So please, if you are listening and you ask for USD JPY supply area, let's go to USD JPY. Yeah. USD JPY. I don't think I have it here. Let me just USD JPY. USD JPY. Okay. So this is the 1 hour time frame, and USD JPY supply area is around this area. Okay. So the market is moving to a demand area right now. Okay. If that is what you are asking, so we have this fair value gap. So I'm going to use this as my demand area. Okay. So I'm going to use this area as my demand area. And when the market gets to this area, it's going to start buying because this is my demand area. So my supply area will be around here. All right. My supply area will be around here. Okay. So remember, the market will sell when it gets to a supply, and it will buy when it gets to a demand. All right. So if this is what you are asking, this is your supply area, this is your demand area, right? And this is for USD JPY. So I hope I answered your question correctly. Let's continue with our analysis. Yeah, we have just few minutes to round up this session. So let's go to um, CADCHF again. Let's see what is currently happening there. You see how the market came back trying to mitigate this zone now? Yeah, I told you guys. So I said it's going to mitigate that, and you see how the market is moving. It's coming back to close this gap. See, it already went above this area, but I want it to get to the 50%, which is around here. Okay, so this is how to analyze the market properly. Okay? The best way. If you want to learn this, all you have to do is just fund your account with at least $200. Okay, fund the account. Come and learn my strategy. Come and learn SMC strategy. All right. Okay, so we have this move here, but liquidity was not taken out around this zone. So that is why liquidity wasn't taken out, but we have this move. Okay, let me delete this. We have this other block. right? We have this other block, and the other block was respected. That's how we got this movement. Okay. So right now we have a gap around this area. We have a fair value gap here, and I think the market is going to come down to this fair value gap and continue to go up. The fair value gap is very tiny, but it's there, and the market will always respect it. So if you see any market, making a move this way, it's definitely because it's a gap that the market wants to fill up, right? The market will always fill these gaps. So if they are not filled, the market will want to go there to fill it. Yeah. So let's just wait for the market to get to this area before we take this kind of trade. All right. Okay. So that is it for Euro CAD. Yeah. The market will come here to fill this gap, and then the market will continue to trade to the upside. So when we have a gap, you also need to look out for a rejection. All right. So if there's no rejection, then you can't take the trade. Okay, you need to see a proper rejection. You need to get a proper rejection before you place any entry. It's very important. Okay, even though you have a sell limit or a buy limit, you still need to go to the trade when you think the market, is about to hit or to execute your buy or to execute your trade. So you want to go to the trade, just work around your analysis, see if you have a proper rejection, um, then you can then leave the trade to run. If not, you can just close the trade. And that is why most of the time I don't like sell limit and buy limits. All right. But we just have to, you know, just in case we don't have the time to later come back to check it. Right. If we already have the zone drawn out, then you can just leave it to start playing out. Yeah. But it is better if you wait for the market, to get there so that you get a proper market movement, proper confirmation before you take the trade. Okay. So, guys, this is it. All right. And please don't forget we have our next session coming up, our Telegram question and answer session coming up by 11:30. Right? So, guys, please don't be late. Whatever question you have, whatever worries, inquiry, suggestion, you are welcome to discuss it with us. Okay, myself and Biodun will be there to take your questions, and we'll be happy to answer them gladly. Okay, so Biodun, do you have anything you want to say to them before the end of our session?
Yes, specifically for, I think I have quite a number of newbies in this morning's class. Uh,
Okay.
what I want to quickly say to them is our classes are split into two. We have the 10 a.m. class and we have the 2 p.m. class. The 10 a.m. class is basically for analyzing the market and looking for opportunities. While the 2 p.m. class is more for beginners, where we'll be starting with how to use the app, how to push trade on BtcDana or ForexDana, depending on which one you have, how to use the signal, how to set a sell limit and buy limit, what to look out for before putting up a trade, and how to analyze. All of this will be discussed in the 2 p.m. session. Now, I will also encourage you guys that you can at the same time be learning. You can be learning and at the same time be earning. Now, how do you earn? You can join our premium signal group on the premium signal group, while you are learning in the live stream, you can always be using the signal that Mr. Liu will be sending to you on a private Telegram group to put up a trade and make profit. We'll be making consistent profit on it weekly. So if you are joining the Telegram, private Telegram class, Telegram link, the minimum deposit to join is $10. If you deposit $10, it will allow you stay in that premium Telegram signal group for 2 weeks. And if you deposit $15 upward, you'll be in that premium signal group for 1 month. And if you are depositing $200 and above, you'll be able to have one-on-one session with Mr. Leo. Now, this deposit is meant for you. It is for you. It's not that you are paying us for it. When you deposit it, you use it to trade, and you can also withdraw it anytime you want. You understand? You can withdraw it anytime you want. So that's the info. Also, if you have special questions that you would like to speak, we will be available by 11:30 in the Telegram group, general Telegram group, to answer your questions. The Telegram stream is just for 30 minutes. It will not go beyond 30 minutes. So whichever question we can take within 30 minutes is what we will take. So the earlier, the better. Have a nice day, guys.
All right, Biodun, thank you very much. And guys, see you all on the Telegram live. All right. So bye for now, and let's get prepared. All right, Biodun.